Welcome back to Aniway Recap. Today we are going to recap the anime named Spy Family, Season 2. In this season, we see a big dog that can predict the future. Let's get started.
The movie begins with Anya. Anya saves a drowning kid, and the Academy rewards her with a Stella Star. To praise Anya, Twilight and Yor decide to fulfill her wish and purchase a pet dog for her as a reward. One day, they come to choose the dog at a pet shop, where all the dogs look fierce. Anya doesn't like them because she wants a cute dog. But at this moment, Twilight suddenly receives an urgent mission, and he leaves the shop with an excuse. The spy organization he works for captured a terrorist. The boy is unwilling to reveal anything, until he sees that the leader of the terrorists is also captured, who keeps blaming all the crimes on the boy. The boy thinks he is betrayed, so he volunteers to tell the base of the terrorist organization, and an important information, that the terrorists trained some dogs to complete the attack for them. But the boy doesn't realize that the leader is disguised by Twilight, whose goal is to drive a wedge between the boy and his organization. Meanwhile, two terrorists are walking with dogs. One of the dogs, a white dog, suddenly rushes out and bites a kid's clothes. Soon, a billboard falls in front of the kid. It turns out that the white dog has experienced secret experiments, and it can predict future now. After saving the kid, it meets Anya, and it predicts that it will become a member of Anya's family. Anya reads the white dog's mind, curiously following it to a warehouse. Meanwhile, Yor is choosing the pet dog. When she finds Anya missing, she quickly jumps to the ceiling to scan the whole hall, but still doesn't find Anya. She saw the news before that there are perverts, who specialize in kidnapping girls, and selling them to remote places as brides. She fears that Anya was kidnapped and feels so anxious. In the warehouse, Anya overhears the terrorists discussing the plan about using the dogs to attack. Not long after, she is captured by one of the terrorists. To avoid exposing the plan, the leader of the terrorists decides to kill Anya. At this moment, the white dog chews through the rope and rushes out, intending to protect Anya. But when a terrorist takes out a steel rod, the white dog is too scared to resist. At the critical moment, a phone call attracts all terrorists' attentions, saying that the spy organization has found out their base, and they have to leave as soon as possible. The white dog seems to have predicted the phone call so long ago, taking Anya to escape from the warehouse, when the terrorists don't pay attention to them. By reading the white dog's mind, Anya knows it also has superpower, just like her, so she commands the white dog to run to Yor, and she asks for help from the passers-by at the same time. But they all think Anya is playing a game and don't offer help, because the white dog is too old. The terrorists quickly catch up with them. Soon, the white dog and Anya are in danger. Luckily, Yor hears Anya's shouting for help, and follows it. Finally, she finds them. She shows her expertise as a killer, kicking a terrorist away and finally saving Anya. Yor's coming makes Anya feel safe. Anya hides in Yor's arms with ease and cries. At this moment, the leader of the terrorists orders the brown dog to attack Yor. But Yor is so powerful that the dog is too scared to attack her. The leader can only leave his man aside and flee with the dog, to stay with Anya. Yor doesn't chase after the leader, and then she gently hugs Anya and comforts her. After that, she calls the police with a public telephone, lying that she saw someone unconscious, with an intention of letting the police deal with the terrorist. When Yor makes her call, the white dog is predicting the future, and Anya also sees it by reading the dog's mind. It shows that at 5 p.m., there will be a great explosion nearby the clock tower, and Twilight will die of it. Anya feels so anxious, and wants to stop it from happening, but she knows if she tells Yor about it, her superpower will be exposed, so she decides to leave Yor alone, leading the white dog to the clock tower. When Yor hangs up the phone, it's too late for her to catch up with them. At this moment, Anya and the white dog arrive at the clock tower plaza. However, she doesn't know how to read the time on the clock, so she can't figure out when it will explode. But then she asks a nearby man about the time, and knows the predicted explosion will happen in 30 minutes. She hurriedly looks for the leader of the terrorists everywhere with the white dog, and then she finds the leader, and the brown dog just left a house. She quickly hides around the corner to avoid being exposed, but the brown dog smells their scents and intends to tell the leader. However, the leader is anxious to leave the scene, and doesn't notice Anya and the white dog. By reading the leader's mind, Anya knows the house is one of his bases, and he has planted a bomb in the house with an intention of killing those who figured out his bases. After the leader and the brown dog leave, Anya and the white dog rush to the house. According to the predicted future, As long as someone opens the door, the bomb will explode. To avoid the explosion, she climbs through a small window with her petite figure, and intends to defuse the bomb herself. She learned how to defuse the bomb from the television before, knowing that it will work if she cuts a blue wire or a red wire. To her surprise, there are only black wires on this bomb. Now Anya can only tell Twilight about the bomb, without revealing her superpower. At this moment, she notices the ketchup in the room, and decides to leave a warning outside the door with it. After that, she leaves with the white dog. Meanwhile, Twilight also comes to this house according to his colleague's investigation. He smells the ketchup on the door and tells it to his colleagues, one of whom lets down his guard, and then intends to directly break into the room. Luckily, Twilight stops him in time, thinking that there must be something wrong with these strange signs. He then mirrors the room with a piece of broken glass, and notices the bomb. Soon after, he finds the secret police also come to the house, so he decides to leave some warnings, and takes his colleagues away, leaving the bomb to the secret police. By the time it should explode in the prediction, nothing happens. Twilight and Anya successfully resolve a disaster. However, the crisis still exists. By interrogating captured terrorists, the spy organization knows this explosion is only used by the terrorists' leader to attract their attention. His real target is a minister sent by Westalis to visit Ostania, intending to cause a war between the two countries by attacking this minister. Fearing that the terrorists' leader will launch attacks at any time, Twilight decides to trick him. He disguises himself as the minister, and drives his car away from his residence. Immediately after, a strange car follows him. Twilight keeps wandering around the city. As the strange car is chasing him, he is sure that the driver of that car is definitely the terrorists' leader, but the leader is completely confused, wondering why his target is constantly wandering around. Twilight drives to a remote place, intending to capture the leader with his colleagues. However, when his colleague shoots the strange car, the leader immediately throws a grenade, and then rushes towards Twilight. Afterwards, Twilight throws the car and runs through the streets at a fast pace. The leader hurriedly gets off the car, ordering the brown dog to rush to Twilight. Thinking it is the right time, Twilight suddenly removes his disguise and raises the gun. That brings the end of this episode. Anya has strong feelings for Twilight, and she is willing to help him find the bomb though risking her life, because Twilight is the only one who hasn't abandoned her since he adopted her. In daily life, Twilight always gently takes care of her, even putting his task aside to make her happy. After experiencing many misfortunes, Anya treasures Twilight's love so much. In order to hold this warm family, she is willing to do her best. For her, Twilight is one of her favorite people in this world. Have you met the one that you can sacrifice your life to protect? Comment below to tell your story. As always, if you liked what you saw, subscribe to the channel. Peace out, and I meet you on the next one.